And so you're gonna need some materials for this. If you have them, take a moment to grab a piece of paper and some color pencils or crayons or markers. We're going for all the colors in the rainbow in this writing prompt. So if you have those, that's great. And we'll give everybody a minute to collect those items and then get comfortably seated. All right, and if you all have your items, you can lay those to the side and take a seat. We're gonna start with a visualization. And so the first color that we're working with is the color red, and we're gonna be listening to 432 hertz, which is also the note G or the pitch G. And so that's how those colors and sounds overlap. And so let these frequencies really envelope your space, envelope your body while we're doing this breathing exercise. And we're also going to be tapping a part of our body that is an acupressure point that relates to the chakra that this color is, which is the root chakra. So the first point that we're going to be massaging during this visualization is on our knee. It's the same point from the last time, if you did it before with us, and it's right on the inside of your knee. You could do one knee or both knees. And another alternative point that's really, really grounding is on the bottom of your foot, right here. So that's another option if that's a comfortable place for you to put pressure on right now. All right, so we're massaging these points. So we can close our eyes, take a deep breath. Now I want you to picture the space that you're in, the room that has been holding you. And picture from the bottom of the floor, the whole floor turning red. And then from that, lava slowly rising up past your ankles, up past your knees, further up towards your hips, and pausing at your hips. Picture this pool of lava in your entire room, just up to your hips, so you're bathing in it. And now picture inside of this lava all of the things that have been making you frustrated, all of the things that have been making you angry or passionate. See those fill up that space. And now we're going to transform that lava. Let it slowly harden and slowly crush all of those other feelings out of the way. Let it become solid and cool and hard and sturdy. Something that can hold you up. The base of you, the base of your space, your grounding. All of it is a part of you. How can you make those frustrations change into passion that feels good for you? that feels joyful in your physical body, that makes you want to walk forward and pivot with your knees and jump, twist with your ankles. And I want you to keep this visualization of this lava up into your hips until we return to the next visualization. You can slowly open your eyes, and we're gonna get to writing now.
Sorry, give us 1 second to put the prompt up. Can everyone see the prompt? Okay. So for this one, we want you to take a minute and find something in your space that makes you angry, passionate, or determined.
And you don't physically have to go grab it, but you can if it's accessible.
Yep. And once you have that item or have thought of that item, we want you to use the color red to write about why this item inspires that feeling of anger, passion, or determination. And we're giving you 3 minutes to work on this. You have about 1 more minute left.
All right, folks, you can start wrapping up. All right, and now we're going to be moving on to the color orange. Take your time to put down your materials. And so the hertz for this color is 480 hertz. So that's what we're going to be plugging in right now. And the pressure point that we are going to be accessing is on our elbows, right in the center of where it bends. And so you can massage just one of them or both of them if that's comfy for you. And take a moment to close your eyes and get settled. Get comfy. Again, points are right in here, the center of our elbows. All right. And so now we're going to return back to our space visually in our heads. And remember that we have lava all the way up to our hips. And now, from where that lava ends, I want you to picture citrus fruit filling up the room. It can be oranges, tangerines, grapefruits, whatever you want, anything in the color orange. And start slowly piling those fruits up on top of that layer of lava, just up to your belly button. And I want you to smell the room. Can you smell the citrus that is taking over your space right now? Orange is a color that inspires happiness and pleasure. Think about how pleasurable to your senses these different notes from these fruits that nourish us are. Think about the parts of you that feel alive, the parts of you that enjoy physical pleasure, that has an appetite. What do you have an appetite for? What makes you feel sensual? What fills you with energy? In all of these little fruits, I want you to picture different things that make you want to explore. What feels good to you? That makes you want to create things that feel full and bright. If you've been having issues with emotional attachment, obsessive thoughts, smell some oranges today after this meditation. Right, now that you have those hues of orange above your lava, set those aside and open your eyes, and we'll return to writing.
So for this prompt, the sacral chakra, we're going to ask you to find something in your space that gives you pleasure. You're going to use the color orange to describe why that item or that thing is pleasurable to you. And then we also want you to write and think about what is your relationship to pleasure during this pandemic, and how do you want to see that change? You have about 1 more minute left.
All right, guys, slowly return to sitting. Wrap up your writing prompts. All right, so now we're moving on to the color yellow and tapping into the frequency 528. And the part of our bodies that we're going to be massaging now is at the center of our chest, about mid-arm, right where that flat bone is. And another alternative point for this one also is right over here where your diaphragm is, right where your rib cage meets, right down here. So those are 2 points. And take a moment and close your eyes and take a deep breath. And so we've had our lava and we've had our citrus fruits up until our belly button. And now out of that, I want you to picture sunflowers sprouting up in your belly from where your ribs end, from where you're pressing on your chest, down to your belly button. Picture new flowers growing every moment. This is the part of our bodies that is related to our self-esteem, to our self-assurance, to feeling balanced emotionally. Picture in all of these sunflowers, the things that make you feel good about you, the characteristics of yourself that you love, that make you feel worth it. Think about all of the things that make you feel sunny, that make you feel bright and bold. And picture these sunflowers opening, large and wide and brilliant. How many sunflowers are there? Could you count them if you tried? Are there more beautiful things about you than you can count? Feel these sunflowers getting nice and warm from being out in the sun and having all that radiance shown on it. And let those flowers expand and rest. And let's get back to writing. You can open your eyes.
Okay, so this prompt for yellow is related to your solar plexus or your power source. And we want you to find something in your space that you are proud of. You're going to use the color yellow to write about how this item boosts your self-esteem or makes you feel powerful.
About a minute left, y'all. All right, let's start wrapping up. I'm getting comfy. And we're moving into the color green. So that's the color of our heart chakras. That's 580 hertz, which we are now listening to. And can y'all still hear the music well? Eh? How about now? How about now? Eh? Cute. Okay, and we're in. So for this one, the spot that we're going to be massaging is in our armpits. If you've been with us before, you remember this point. It's right in the center, the deepest part of your armpit. Do a little double action, a super soft. And so let's take a moment to close our eyes and take us back into our space. We have lava up to our hips, and citrus up to our belly buttons, and sunflowers up to our diaphragms. And this is filling our entire room. And now I want you to picture plants growing. Above where those sunflowers are, slowly up your chest, towards your heart. What kind of leaves do you see growing? What kind of plants are there? Can you recognize some of them? This is the area of our hearts, our heart chakras, our openness, our expansiveness, our freedom to share and to be with others in feeling and in space. We've been in our own space for a while. So take this moment to picture all of those leaves radiating love throughout your room. Love that you've been missing, love that you've been trying to have for yourself. Feel all of these branches and leaves and vines growing all around your chest and all around your room, making the air a little clearer, breathing a little easier, feeling a little more comfortable. Take a second to keep looking at all of these leaves and how lush and beautiful and green the space is around you and the energy is around your heart. Think of all the compassion that you have and all the room and all the capacity that you have for love within you. Slowly open your eyes. Let's get right in.
All right, so for this prompt, we're gonna ask you to find something in your space that you love. You're going to use the color green to write what you love about this item, what makes you feel free and open, and what it reminds you to love about yourself. So find an item that you love. We want you to write about why you love it and how it reminds you to love yourself.
Got 30 seconds left. Start wrapping up. All right. Start closing up your writing. We're moving on to the color blue. And this is at 672 hertz. Go. So the part of our bodies that we're going to massage this time is on our necks. And so it can be in the front or in the back. There's two options. In the front, it can be right on either side of where like an Adam's apple would be. Let me try to get closer to the camera. So right here, you can kind of feel the lining of your esophagus on the outside and like the tightness of your muscles behind you here. So just slight pressure there is an option, or in the back of your neck. Let's show you all. Right where your head meets your neck, in this little corner here, it might feel really, really tight there. You can like gently massage that as well. I don't know if y'all can see it. You can feel it. There's like a little dip in the back of your neck. It's probably real, real tight. All right, so you can rub those spots and close your eyes and take a deep breath.
Oh my God, this is so adorable.
And now we're gonna picture our space again. Remember that we have lava, and then citrus, and then sunflowers, and then plants. And now in our throats, we're gonna picture water. And this is what helps us fluidly communicate with folks. This is the part of ourselves that allows us to speak our truth. It allows us to find truth. It allows us to be flexible and adjust to situations the way our necks can turn. So think of water slowly rising up to your chin. From the top of your shoulders to your chin, your entire room is water. How fast is this water moving? Are there big waves? Are there tiny ripples? Is the water darker? Is the water lighter blue? What are the things that you see resonating in those waves? What are the feelings that you see rippling around how you speak to the outside world? Let those waters become calm and peaceful. Let it flow softly so that it is sensitive and can adjust to information that comes in and goes out. Sink into the rhythm of the waves. These are just vibrations, similar to the ones that come out when we speak. Let those vibrations be peaceful, filled with good intention, full of rhythm, changing with you. Now take a moment to let those waters still and come back to eyes open.
So for this prompt, since we're talking about the throat chakra and speaking your truth, we want you to find something in your space that inspires communication. Use the color blue to describe how this item inspires you to speak your truth. So some things that you can think about could be a phone, or it could be something more abstract.
Or a writing tool, or letters, a journal. You could be communicating with yourself and not other people. All right, and start wrapping up.
So give yourself about 15 more seconds.
All right. Now we're going to be moving on to the color indigo. And this is related to our crown chakra, or sorry, to our third eye chakra. And we are going to be listening to 720 hertz today. So the part of our bodies that we're massaging is our third eye. So right over here, or a little bit lower. This is actually an acupuncture point that brings balance. It incorporates everything from both sides of yourself. It helps bring ease. So close your eyes. Take a deep breath. And now above that water that filled up to our chins, we are now going to fill this space with different mirrors. They can be small mirrors or large mirrors. They can take the shape of your face or whatever shape you'd like, and slowly fill your room up into your third eye. These mirrors are different reflections. These are different possibilities, different imaginations that you can create. Our third eye is related to our vision, our sixth sense, a bridge between heaven and earth. This is the part of our body that helps us tap into our insight and find clarity and look through illusion at things that we didn't realize before or didn't see clearly before. Now in all of these mirrors, I'd like you to picture new dreams for how you see yourself using your space. Don't think about how you've been interacting with it up until now. There are many, many possibilities for how you and your space can work together energetically. There might not be physical things that you can change. There might not be ways to make room from other people in your space. But energetically, you can create a new vision and a new way to interact with what's around you, to see what's around you, to give it new meaning, to disillusion yourself from ways that you've been putting on negative vibrations into your own space. Allow yourself to connect to these other worlds, to these other possibilities that are infinite. Let these mirrors reflect this indigo color all over that area of your space, from your chin all the way up to your third eye. And let that reflection become brighter and stronger and clearer until all those mirrors mesh into white light. Now take a moment and come back to your space. Open your eyes.
All right, so for this prompt, we want you to find something in your room that changes your perspective. You're going to use the color indigo or dark blue or violet, if you have that accessible, to describe why this item brings you clarity. It can be something that helps you see things in new eyes, with a fresh perspective.
purple or violet. And this is related to our crown chakra, and the frequency 768 hertz. That's what we're listening to now. And so the part of your body to apply pressure to for this color and chakra is on your arms. And so from where your wrist is, about an inch down, right over here. You can probably only do one, but yeah, I guess you could reach both. It's another option if that's comfortable for folks. You don't have to apply a lot of pressure to these necessarily to energetically open them. So take a moment to rest those arms down, or like get into a comfortable position while you're rubbing them, and close your eyes. And take a deep breath. So now we're moving up from those mirrors that are coming up to our crown chakra towards the top of our head. And we're gonna crystallize even more. And now we're gonna fill our room from our third eye up with little diamonds and prisms and crystals. And all of those could be different shades of purples and violets and iridescent little shapes. This is the part of our body that is connected to the divine, is connected to the space around us, the universe around us. You've been feeling overwhelmed or confused. This is a part of your body to feel open now. Let all of those little gems get brighter. Fill these things, fill these gems with things that make you feel connected to others, that make you feel connected to this framework, to this universe, to this bending time. What are parts of yourself that are expansive in this way, that have room to exceed your boundaries, to exceed your borders, into something larger than yourself? Let all of these gems shoot light now, up, out of your room. They're so bright, they're now reaching the sky, and then the stars, and past our sun and the solar system, past all of the planets that we know. These gems have the capability to move that far out into time and space, just like your consciousness, just like that part of you that is ethereal, that is eternal, that came from everything, that was stardust, that still is in this physical form, in this physical room. Now slowly bring yourself back into your space and picture all that you've made. We're gonna work from the top down this time. Your room, from the ceiling down to your crown chakra, to your third eye, is full of little gems, of violet, brilliant gems. And then from your third eye to your chin is full of mirrors reflecting bright light and new possibilities. And in your throat is fluid water that is adjustable, that is pure, that is clear with intention. And down to your chest, that is full of bright leaves and vines and plants that make the air fresher in your room. And even lower, down to the center of your body, where there are sunflowers, still warm, still large, still bright. And below that is citrus. It still smells so good. It still smells so strong and so crisp and so juicy, like all the things that give us pleasure. And then further down now to that base we created with lava that came up from the earth to hold us in place, to give us stability, to give us grounding. Our rooms are filled with us, with our intentions, with the beauty that we can see the world with these new lenses to interact in our space going forward today. Take another deep breath. And open your eyes for the last prompt.
Last prompt, we want you to find something in your space that makes you feel ethereal. We're going to use the color purple to explain how that helps you feel a closer connection to the universe. And think about how you can expand yourself beyond your space during COVID-19 and during quarantine. Take about 1 more minute. All right, everyone, we're going to ask you to wrap up. And today we'd like to close by one, we've already started with kind of the first time we did this together, we looked through the colors and sounds in our own bodies. And then during this session, we extended it to our physical space and to our home. And together, this group has kind of created a collective experience, a collective home. So I'm going to ask folks to contribute to that by sharing out. So if anyone feels comfortable either choosing one of the colors that they really connected to, or if they want to share one of the items that they chose, this would be the time to do so. And so feel free to jump in if you want to share one of the items that you chose and why, and you can just unmute yourself. And so I can begin. So I just want to show y'all really quickly. We're also going to ask that if you do physically have access to those items, to create like a mini altar for yourself. So for example, my items are here. For red, I chose my keys because I'm super frustrated that I can't use them and that I can't actually take these and open up the beautiful physical location that we just manifested, the den. But I want to be able to take this and turn this into determination. We've been thinking a lot about like, what are our new realities? Like, how can we have that same spirit and energy that we create in our physical location outside of that? So for red, I chose my keys. And then these are some of the other items that I chose. This one I chose for the green. This one reminds me to love myself. It's a moose. My dad was really obsessed with moose. And he just kind of loved me unconditionally. So it gives me the kind of permission and freedom to do the same. So we ask that you take those items and your writing prompt and set up an altar for yourself so that you can look at these things. So you can remind yourself of why these things are connected, of how these colors can connect to how you want to see your home, see your space, see the things around you. So if anyone else would like to share, feel free. And if you want, you can also type it in the chat as well.
Very
Go
cute.
off. Okay. He supports you.
Whatever makes you feel good.
Anyone else? Seeing folks making out during the yes.
Group support, group support. Anyone else want to share a color that they just felt connected to? You don't necessarily have to share your item or what it meant to you.
Hi. Can you guys hear me?
Just remember to unmute yourself, Paula.
Yeah, let's do it.
I don't know if we can hear them.
I think they're unmuted now.
Okay, cool. It's just so hard.
Oh, I'm gonna. Yeah.
Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you now.
Okay. Hi. How are you?
Good. How are you?
I'm doing great. This was really great. Thank you so much for having us. So during the yellow chakra, I chose my crystals because I have an altar in my room, but I'm outside. But I decided to meditate with a few crystals today. So it was kind of perfect. And I have selenite or selenite, however you pronounce it, rose quartz, smoky quartz, and clear quartz. So it was really convenient, and it just helped me better connect with my creative chakra.
Awesome. Thank you for sharing. Yeah. And we have time for a couple more if anyone else wants to share.
Share. So for my crown chakra, how do I expand outside of myself? I have these plants at home, so I just grabbed it. And it's the first time that I've planted from my house. It's the first time that I've planted from seed. So to watch them grow, I haven't been home for a few days, so to watch them haven't got as big as they did is pretty nice. And then there's one, I don't know if you can see right here, but I don't know what this one is. And I've when we were speaking about orange, like I had just cut up some melon, so I had melon, so I threw some seeds in there a little while ago, and so I don't know like what's growing. I threw an apple core in there, so I don't know really what's going on, but the fact that there's this life outside of me that I am not responsible to take care of is super awesome. It makes me feel sort of outside of myself and responsible in ways that bring me a lot of pleasure.
Yes.
Thank you for sharing. That's
Plant
so,
pleasure.
Yes, that's a workshop right there. All right.
So we have time for one more.
No one else wants to go. I think I'll go.
Cool.
The color that stuck out for me was orange. And something that's been giving me a lot of pleasure lately is doing my nails. I haven't really done them like in a long time. I go through phases on and off where I'm like, ooh, colors are great. Oh no, they chip every second. I can't do this anymore. So I've been in a not nail polish phase for a really long time. And like also like femme shit, lots of things going on. But I've been doing them lately and taking the time when I'm really stressed, like pause and file them and paint them and like pick my colors. And so my nail bag right now is making me really, really happy. And it's also orange, which is cool. So yeah.
Awesome. All right, y'all. Thank you so much for joining us and participating. And we hope that you can take some time with this, take some time and set up your altar and set your intentions and reflect on these colors. And if you're interested in doing more programming with us, we actually just released our Meta virtual programming calendar for this week. Bum, bum, bum. So definitely check us out. You can check out our Instagram. All the information is there. Also on our website, which we're going to type into the chat right now. And later on today at 1 o'clock, if you are free, my mom is going to be leading a workshop on feng shui and floral intentions. So you'll be able to create your own topiary, and my mom's going to give some background information about the different feng shui principles and the element of spring. So definitely like check in, come through for that. It's going to be a really beautiful experience, and that's today at 1 o'clock.
Thank you so much, Jess and Mackenzie. This was so beautiful.
Yay.
Thank y'all.
Thank y'all. Yes, thank you for coming. And all of our information is in there now.
I think I added it. Yeah.
Yep.
I put the Instagram and the website.
Mm-hmm.
All right, much love, y'all.
Good to
Have a
see
great
everybody.
day.
Have a beautiful day. Bye, everybody.
Thank you.
Can we have the link for the entire?
Yes.
Yes.
Absolutely. Yeah. Also, if you go to the website, it's the main calendar is up.
Ah, okay.
Page. Yeah. So you can access it through there, probably the fastest. But so that y'all can see what the calendar is, I just uploaded a photo, and that's the calendar for this week.
Okay.
And then yeah, I'll type the website in. Oh yeah, that too.
Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah. So I just shared MetaDEN's Venmo. So if folks want to support them, please feel free. Yay. Thank you.
All right, y'all. Have a beautiful day, and hopefully see you at 1 o'clock.
Bye, y'all. Love you.
Thank you.